Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video we are going to make a bacon-wrapped sausage fatty. But before we do that, if you enjoy low-carb cooking videos, product and ingredient reviews, as well as lessons learned from my experiences with intermittent fasting and the ketogenic lifestyle, click that subscribe button right down there, and while you're at it, click the bell next to it so you're notified every time I release a new video. If you have never had a bacon-wrapped sausage fatty, boy, are you in for a treat. Imagine a burrito, but the burrito shell is sausage. The filling is pretty much whatever you want. I'm going to do this sort of like a meat lover's pizza, and then wrap the whole thing in a bacon weave. Do I have your attention? Usually when I make this recipe, I do it in a smoker, but I know that a lot more people have ovens than have smokers, so I'm going to do it in the oven this time. If you want, and you have a smoker, do it in the smoker, roughly 3 hours at 250 degrees or till you hit an internal temperature of 170 degrees Fahrenheit. But for this video, like I said, we're going to do it in the stove. To start, we'll squeeze out a 1-pound package of breakfast sausage into a 1-gallon Ziploc bag. Initially, flatten this out by hand, making sure you work down into those corners. Then we'll use a rolling pin to get a nice, uniform thickness square. Looking good. Next, we'll slice the bag open along the 2 side seams. And then gently peel back the top. Now we'll start filling our fatty. You can use whatever ingredients you want. We're going to start with some provolone. Make sure to leave a certain amount of space on the end because that's going to be our seam. Next we'll throw down some pepperoni, some ham, some pizza sauce or marinara sauce, some Italian beef, some pepper rings, some black olives, some onion, and some mozzarella just for good measure. I always fill these things way too full, so hopefully we can get it closed. Next, I'm going to transfer this onto some plastic wrap. Kind of pinch the ends just a little bit. Then we'll wrap this, give it a spin to tighten up the ends. And this will go into the fridge while we create our bacon weave. For our bacon weave, again, we have laid down a couple of pieces of plastic wrap. This just makes the whole folding and rolling a lot easier. You're then going to lay down 7 strips of bacon. If you find you have some that are fatter on one end than the other, alternate fat and thin ends. Once you have your 7 strips out and lined up perfectly, remove the even numbered strips. So strip 2, strip 4, and strip 6, which we're going to put on the end right here. Then lay back down your even numbered strips. And now to make the weave, we just alternate odd and even. We fold back the odd. 1, 3, 5, 7. Lay down a strip. And put our odd numbered strips back down. Now the even. And continue until you have made your complete weave. Now we'll place our fatty onto the bacon weave. And roll that up. Tuck in the ends. Wrap it back up, and then we're going to leave this in the fridge for about an hour to tighten up. Finally, we'll hit our fatty with a little bit of my sugar-free barbecue rub, which I'll link to in the upper right corner of the screen. And then we'll transfer this seam side down to a cookie sheet with a wire rack on it. And into an oven set to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Now this is probably going to take in the area of 2 hours, but because the time to cook can vary depending on how much and what you're putting inside of it, we're going to start checking it probably at about an hour and a half with a probe thermometer to see if the internal temperature is 170 degrees. It's been about 2 hours. And our Insta-Read thermometer is at 178. We'll slide this back in and turn on the broiler to crisp up the bacon. All right, let's carve it up and serve it up. How many pieces do you want, Connor? 2? You want an end piece or no?
Sure.
A lot of flavor.
Good stuff.
Not dry at all, really moist.
Tastes like a meat lover's pizza.
Yeah.
So Connor actually said that he liked the baked sausage fatty more than the smoked sausage fatty because this one we really kind of made to be like a meat lover's pizza, and he said this is a meat lover's pizza just without the crust. So you can put whatever you want in one of these. You can smoke it, you can bake it. It is a keto and carnivore dream come true. So make yourself a fatty. And thanks for watching.